Bonjour les amis, comment allez-vous? On va attendre un petit peu hein, que ça se lance bien. Et pour ça, on va laisser le jeu charger. Alors, on se retrouve pour un nouveau live. Alors, ce live, j'ai avancé mon niveau d'aventure. Bon, je sais pas combien j'ai avancé le niveau d'aventure, mais j'ai avancé le niveau d'aventure et du coup, je peux faire des missions. Ensuite, j'ai vu aussi qu'on pouvait débloquer des missions à partir de clés de missions aussi. Oh, c'est un gros bordel. Depuis la mise à jour 1.1, il y a du bordel. Après, j'ai vu aussi qu'on pouvait avoir des dunes compressées, là, je sais plus comment ça s'appelle, la résine compressée. Ouais, il y a beaucoup de trucs, oui. La résine compressée, etc. etc. Bon, on est toujours sur PS4. OBS, j'ai toujours des bugs sur mon PC. Hein. J'ai l'impression que vous appréciez mieux quand je suis sur PS4 que sur PC. Ah, moi j'ai toujours apprécié jouer sur PS4. Hein. Ça a toujours été le confort ultime. Non, non, on va pas déjà faire mourir nos persos, hein, ça serait con quand même. Vous avez déjà expliqué que j'ai trouvé le compo parfait. Là je l'ai pas utilisé parce qu'il y avait qu'une seule personne. Mais vous prenez Fischl et Xiangling et vous mettez que des attaques avec leur passif. Genre vous mettez, comment ça s'appelle, pour Xiangling vous mettez son 3L3 ou son E pour PC. Et Fischl pareil. Et les deux ça fait des explosions parce que Elementary et ça fout le bordel. C'est un sacré bordel. Bon, on va régénérer nos persos avant de commencer l'aventure, ce serait sympa. Mais pour ça, rien de mieux qu'aller à une statue. J'ai la flemme de dépenser comment ça s'appelle, de la nourriture pour mes personnages, surtout que je peux les régénérer à une statue. Ça va? Pas trop de bugs de connexion? Non? C'est sympa de le dire. Voilà. Ah oui, régénérer mes personnages. Mais bon. Ouh, ça fait mal ça. Alors, faire une offrande. On va voir si j'ai quoi offrir. Bon, j'en ai qu'un seul, ça suffit amplement. Un plus, ça fait pas de mal. Bon, alors la mission qu'on a débloquée aujourd'hui, c'est Adieu avec Suvia. Après ça, c'est les quêtes de monde, pas très intéressant quoi. Et aujourd'hui, on va faire celle-ci. Et j'ai l'impression que je viens de... Une mission qui s'est déclenchée alors que j'ai rien demandé. Bon, on va la faire hein, tant qu'on est sur place. Hop. Non, 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 je connais par cœur. D'accord. Ah bah, c'est le moment de montrer le combo, non? Hop, ça fait des explosions en chaîne. Et on les a bien mochés du coup. Hop. Hop là, on s'est débarrassé. Pourquoi Xiangling n'a pas régénéré, tu vois? C'est pas normal. Tous sont régénérés sauf Xiangling. Bon bah on va aller la régénérer. Hein. 73 PV, c'est quand même très short. Ouais. Voilà. J'espère que t'as régénéré, Xiangling. Partir, partir, partir. Non, toujours pas? Il y a un problème avec le Xiangling ou ça se passe comment? C'est bizarre ça. Que 450 à chaque fois, non, c'est pas normal. Alors, bénédiction de la statue. Ah oui, bah voilà pourquoi. Ah bah oui. Ça va être problématique, effectivement. Ah oui, bah la statue, elle est pas rechargée. Je serais obligé d'utiliser une nourriture pour la remettre à fond. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on va lui donner? On va lui donner une soupe. Non, elle. Et hop, on va la garder en main, comme ça elle va se régénérer un petit peu. Soupe, ça redonne des PV progressivement. On va se téléporter à la mission. Elle est où la mission? Elle est tout en bas. Tout en bas. Ah oui, j'ai découvert un petit peu la map aussi. Et en termes de niveau d'aventure... Pourquoi je me suis pas téléporté? Et niveau d'aventure, bah je suis passé niveau 30. Du coup, ça fait que mon niveau de monde, il est passé niveau 3. Et c'est un peu galère. Après, j'ai fait ça... Attendez. Oh là là, je me perds dans mes touches. Ensuite, pour la profondeur spiralée, je suis arrivé au 3-3. C'est marqué là-bas en haut, tiens. Et du coup, j'ai débloqué Shangling, je l'ai amélioré un petit peu, puisque je l'avais déjà débloqué en invocation. Et elle est super cheatée, hein, je vous l'ai dit, vous faites le combo Shangling Fischl avec leurs animaux, là, leurs œufs. Et ça fait des ravages, ça fait là les ravages. Ça fait des ravages et c'est impressionnant. Bon, on va à la mission. Où est-ce qu'elle est la mission? Oh là, encore en haut. À chaque fois qu'on vient ici, c'est toujours en haut. Allez. Faut que je prends des raccourcis, je prends pas les escaliers, à part là. Ne tombe pas s'il te plaît, ce serait sympa. Hop là. Non, c'est pas à toi que je voulais parler, mais bon. C'est pas à toi que je voulais parler, mais je voulais entrer dans la banque du Nord. Ouais, la banque du Nord. Hein. Oui, je suis des banques, oui. Tranquille. TKT, y a rien à voir. Alors...
Welcome, friend of child, and congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the Fatui.
Alors, bienvenue Lindy, Samy de... Je vous appelle.
You sound remarkably sure of yourself. Remember, we are mere mortals. Our ideas are fluid like water. Oh, but back to the
Oh,
matter
je
at
coupe encore la
hand.
parole. Ça, c'est encore l'erreur que je
Child
fais.
tells me that he has upheld his end of your agreement.
What agreement? Oh, the thing about him helping us find a guy?
Correct. Child promised he would find someone to break the stalemate. And the Harbingers do not break their promises lightly.
Ah, where is that guy anyway?
Child is currently at Lioli Pavilion.
Oh, Paimon knows this one. Ahem. There are two styles of cooking in Liyue, known as Li style and Yue style. They have been competing for centuries, but neither has emerged as the clear winner. The flagship restaurant of the Li style is the Lioli Pavilion. The owner especially chose to open the restaurant at Feiyuan Slope so they could compete face to face with the Shinyue Kiosk, which is the flagship restaurant of the Yue style. Don't talk to Paimon like that. Anyway, Paimon's hungry. Let's get moving.
Wesh, du toit. Putain. C'est du toit. C'est la merde. Il y a du toit sur le live. Faut pas le dire. Alors, chercher Targalia. Et elle est dehors. Alors... Ah oui, j'ai encore mon rendu qui fonctionne en fond. Oui, parce que j'ai fait un montage... le montage de la dernière vidéo, et j'ai en train de le faire sur Vegas, et là ils sont en train de faire un rendu. Qui va me prendre 3 heures. Oh, 3 heures de rendu. Ah, ça va être lourd, putain, c'est génial. J'ai mis autant d'heures de rendu. Alors, du coup, où est-ce qu'il est? Il est en bas. On lui fera que sa gueule là. Ah, mais c'est notre cher Diluc, non? Ah non, il ressemble à Diluc. Oula. Ah oui, la PS4 qui commence à rendre l'âme aussi là.
Aha, you made it. As promised, I found someone who can help you. Someone who can solve the mystery of why the Liyue Qixing would hide the Geo-Archon's vessel.
So, where is he? In Liuli Pavilion?
He certainly is. Come, I'll introduce you. I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner, as per the Liyue custom.
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival in the room you booked.
Alors, qu'est-ce que ça va donner? Le flux est inférieur à la normale. Peut-être parce qu'il y a encore un problème.
Hi.
Bon, c'est pas grave ça. Oh, on est 4 sur les lives, c'est cool ça. C'est déjà un exploit.
Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhongli, consultant to an organization known as Wangsheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui.
Laisse-moi vous présenter, voici mon ami Zhongli du funérarium. Ah oui, génial. C'est un spécialiste de certains côtés ésotériques.
Indeed, Wangsheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. Let's just say they understand when discretion is needed. And we, the Fatui, have always been glad to do business with friends who walk in the shadows.
Walk in the shadows?
It is an honor to meet you. I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
Discretion? Shadows? Is Wangshan some kind of
C'est bon,
business
calme-toi, calme-toi, calme-toi.
dealing with people?
Indeed. It is as you have guessed.
Calme-toi, calme-toi.
The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor organizes burials. We ensure that those who pass on do so in peace.
Huh?
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer? The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much. In any case, I brought you to meet Mr. Zhongli because...
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis's vessel.
What?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo-Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear what Mr. Zhongli has to say, shall we?
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst. Archons go by many names. The god of contracts, the god of commerce, the god of war, Morax, Rex Lapis. Is the idea that he also has the title of Adeptus so strange?
Oh,
As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind is slowly dawning. In years past, Liyue's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no attempt whatsoever to respect this tradition. It is...
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng funeral parlor is this. When the traveler, Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, could I ask you to help me prepare the Geo Archon's last rites?
Well, if you really think about it, we don't have any other choice.
Indeed, no amount of consideration can change this outcome. The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you...
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be able to see the form of Rex Lapis again. If we are agreed, come with me. We will speak of the details as we walk.
All right, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it? You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks. And get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
J'ai rien compris encore une fois. Donc je stream un jeu, hein, on est d'accord, hein, je stream un jeu et je comprends toujours pas ce qu'il raconte. Oh là là, je sens que cette aventure va être encore très bouleversante. Et je l'ai dit d'une manière assez sarcastique aussi, donc... Allez, est-ce que tu pourrais charger un peu plus vite, s'il te plaît? Ce serait sympa. Et vous avez vu aussi, le jeu va sortir bientôt sur Switch. Ben, il va sortir sur Switch. Normalement, il était censé sortir sur Switch. Mais à la sortie du jeu, il n'est pas sorti sur Switch. Mais il va sortir sur Switch. Comme il était prévu à la base.
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue? I see. So you're that sort of person. It's not a bad thing. But I suppose you have yet to experience the substance of Liyue's 3,700 years of divinity. Organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels. Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here. Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Child wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connections.
Huh. What would Child get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors. I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure. These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Wow!
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prize Noctilucous jade worthy of a deity.
Mais déjà d'optique, là j'en ai plein. J'en ai tout plein sur moi. Je fais que ça, je fais qu'en miner. Attendez. Montrer que j'ai bien récupéré beaucoup de jeunes nautiques. Hein. Oh, c'est pas ici je suppose, non, ça doit être à côté. Voilà la jeune nautique, où est-ce que c'est. Où est-ce qu'elle est? Où est-ce qu'elle est? Où est-ce que t'es? Non, c'est pas ça. Ma merde, ma mince. Mais j'ai bien récolté de la jeune nautique, là en bas. Voilà. Donc il faut qu'on aille ici. Salut, je voudrais toutes tes jets de nautiques. Je suppose que ça va être la même chose que la dernière fois.
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? This could be your lucky day. It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you just might strike it rich.
Betting? No, we're here for... What was it again?
Noctilucous jade, of radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade, Noctilucous Jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here for your perusal.
Vas-y, monte ton stock. Hein.
What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These 3 pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
Oh? You want me to decide? That is fine as well. If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh?
I'll take them all, boss.
Oh, you act with such panache, good sir. I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
Oh, wait, boss! That one didn't count! We need to discuss it again!
Mais on l'a laissé choisir, tais-toi, toi.
Hey! If we only need one for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the more if we buy them all?
Oh, Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
Eh ben maintenant tu vas t'en rendre compte.
How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
What?
All Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
What? Is this how the rich live? Well, he knows a lot about big money, but not a lot about big savings.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucous jade is indeed very tricky. Only after the item made using Noctilucous jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or not. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated.
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade, and a true insider would know it. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger. The patterns, the facade, these are all the finger. Noctilucous jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. It is the moon. Noctilucous jade of excellent quality would have superior pyro affinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality. I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you. Now, all that's left is to put it into practice.
Priceless, huh? Paimon's just sad that we might never be able to use it again.
Donc,
We're back to buy
Ah, c'est
some
pas encore
rocks,
fini.
boss. But can you let us burn them first?
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell? That would... well... fine. As you wish, then. How about this? I can take a small sample of all three. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
Don't worry, I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade, you will not take a loss.
All right, take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
Oh, you flattered me, but I have to be gentle with these rocks. They are my pride and joy. If I'd taken off even a bit more, it would have killed me.
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be...
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must be based upon fairness.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out. You mean at One Mean Restaurant? As long as we do it when she's not in.
That would not do. It is a place where people come and go. They would be...
Oh, Paimon remembers! We once saw this big pot down at the Dada Upa Gorge in the camp of the hilly churls from the Meaty tribe. It's real sturdy and should be able to take the elemental reactions. Now, let's pack those samples up and make a move.
d'accord. Donc on va faire les apprentis alchimistes quoi. On va tout péter, ça va être génial. Alors. Récompense de niveau d'aventure. Ah oui. J'ai toujours pas pris ma récompense, tiens. On va se téléporter juste à côté, question qu'on puisse y aller directement. J'ai pas envie de faire la trotte à pied. Après ça va encore nous prendre 5 heures, ça va pas être cool. Ah oui, et prochainement on va faire... je vais vous faire un live sur LoL. Quand OBS voudra bien fonctionner. Pour l'instant on n'est pas encore sur ça. Nous on doit monter cette falaise pour aller au-dessus. Voilà.
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in Liyue. It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better than Sumeru's frigid snake wine.
Hop là.
That's the pot! It looks like the hilly trolls are still using it.
On va les détruire du coup.
It's a bit of late, but we gotta cut the line.
Regardez, là ça va être le combo je vous ai dit tout à l'heure. Et hop, on a déjà décimé presque la moitié de sa vie à lui. avec sa charge au sol, lui. Ah, t'es bientôt mort. Oh, c'est quoi? Hop, mange-toi, Goba. Hop, toi t'es terminé. Il reste plus que toi maintenant.
What's the hurry?
Hop. Voilà. J'ai pas le temps. J'ai pas le temps. On m'appelle, j'ai pas le temps.
There's still soup in here. These hilly churls sure have big appetites. This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment. We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three is which. Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets, the better it is. So, pay close attention.
Ah, faut faire quoi quand on monte? Réchauffer le chaudron à l'aide du feu.
Nice and spicy.
Ah ouais, mais vous êtes drôle vous.
You're toast. Whoa, that light came from the first Noctilucous Jade. Hilly Charles are surrounding us again. Will they
Ouais, c'est parti pour le combo. Hein.
Such nosy neighbors. Let's see
Avant, oui, on va les faire tomber. Oh bah ils sont tombés tout seuls. Hop. Ça c'est fait. Ah il faut réchauffer le truc. La plancha. Bah alors. Attends, ouais. Réchauffe la plancha.
That light came from the second Noctilucous Jade, didn't it? More Hilly Charles. They don't give up, do they?
Ah non, il y en a, ils vont me casser les pieds avec ces feuilles là.
We ruined their food.
On va l'éliminer en premier.
Get them! Oz, reveal! I summon thee!
Hé, calmez-vous, calmez-vous, calmez-vous. Voilà. Oh merde. J'ai balancé ma spé alors que ça servait à rien.
Get them!
Allez, crame-le. C'est bon, t'es mort? Non, t'es pas encore mort. C'est quoi? Quand on dit d'arrêter, t'arrêtes. Voilà. Allez. Allez. Voilà.
Too bright! That was the third Noctilucous Jade, wasn't it? It was so much shinier than the rest.
Faut que j'aille où
Let's go
maintenant?
with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
Oh, j'allais mettre mon téléphone en charge. Pendant que ça charge, parce que j'ai l'impression que... Hop là. Eh non, tu rentreras pas. On va prendre le téléphone fixe avec nous. Hop.
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you like?
Alors, ben les trois c'est les mêmes donc.
Huh? No, it wasn't that one. Think of it, huh? No, think of it.
On va le 3.
No problem.
Then we'll take a...
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm... Pardon? Oh, it's hard. It is said that, alas...
Are you sure?
If not...
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your sentiment, boss.
In the safe hands of the Liu Chising and good honest merchants such as yourself, I for one...
All right. Thank you, my friends. What's with me getting all sentimental like this? I'll practically be giving away all my fortune at this rate.
Now that we've made our choice, let's take this Noctilucous jade back.
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price, not that we could leave without paying.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must have forgotten to do that too. Let me see. As I thought, I didn't bring any.
Attendez, je reviens. Ouf, bah nous revoilà. C'est très calme ici. Bah ouais, c'est très calme. Pourquoi? Parce que j'étais obligé de régler quelques petits problèmes.
Mora, my apologies. Another oversight on my part.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. Oh, wait! Didn't Child give us some advanced funds earlier? That's a relief. Have a look,
J'ai même pas appuyé sur un bouton.
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though to be honest, it'd be alright even if the sum wasn't quite enough.
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Yujing Terrace. That's where we plan to hold the rite.
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single Mora.
It seems that we must.
Oh, qu'est-ce qu'on va faire maintenant? T'es devenu à R combien? À R30? Même pas, à R31. J'ai passé un niveau d'R pendant la mission, j'ai même pas fait attention. Alors sur PS4 je suis à R31 et sur PC je suis à R20. Oui, parce qu'on peut pas connecter les comptes PS4 et PC, c'est dommage ça. Alors 66 mètres, oui mais c'est où? Oh, c'est au-dessus. Oh non, on va devoir encore jouer les escalades. Alors, on va faire le rituel hein, qui est de monter toujours par ici. Ouais, c'est chiant. Ouais, j'avoue. J'avoue que c'est chiant. C'est à cause du PSN ça. Du coup, on doit monter par où? Par là. Moi j'ai réussi à remonter quand même. J'ai pas galéré à monter là tout en haut pour te rejoindre la mission. Si? Non 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 non. Non 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 non. Ah c'était so close. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
We can leave the jade here. I have already called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the implements that we will need. Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
Guess we can't do anything else. Also, is this where we're doing the rite of parting?
Yes. I have already rented this location, and have begun making preparations for the rite. The Liu Qixing have agreed to this arrangement.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime scene? We might get caught by the Millilith. Although with that said, since we got back from Dwayun Karst, none of those pesky Millilith soldiers have come chasing after. Also,
couper la parole.
Rex Lapis vessel.
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Ah, right! That's what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli. So, was this Exuvia hidden away by the Qixing? I mean, we haven't even figured out who the murderer is.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here. These things are for the authorities in Yujing Terrace to consider. Trying to help would probably only add to their troubles. Before the rite is conducted, the Exuvia will be kept temporarily in the Golden House.
Golden House?
The only mint in Liyue, which is to say the only mint in Teyvat. All the mora that flows throughout the world is minted there.
Wow! Oh, no! Paimon wasn't thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it suits Morax. But Why do you know this, Mr. Zhongli?
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event.
Comment on
As
synthétise un
such,
objet?
there is already some limited information.
Par un objet, qu'est-ce que tu veux dire?
Perhaps each has their motives.
Genre
But this
des
is
objets
the capital
d'amélioration?
of commerce, in Liyue, where the god of contracts reigns. Only contracts may not be betrayed. Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes used in the rite.
Perfumes?
Alors...
Where'll we get those?
Alors normalement il y a une stèle à Mondstadt. Et une stèle bah ici à Liyue. Mais faut que je te montre l'endroit Pierre. Pour
Perfume
synthétiser.
silk flower petals contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent,
Mais
however,
faut que tu récupères
is
des
most
matériaux.
elegant, and
Et
is
ensuite en
especially
synthétisant
suited for
t'augmentes
solemn
la
events,
rareté du
like
matériau,
giving
etc.
offerings to gods and the
Pour pouvoir
dead.
améliorer tes personnages derrière.
It's time for Zhongli's
Il y a
lectures
tes
on
armes
high
aussi.
society again.
Après le mieux que tu peux faire aussi c'est faire des dons.
We shall not speak of the details right now.
Alors, faut que je zoome. Pour synthétiser les matériaux, ça ressemble à ce logo là. Je sais pas si tu, normalement tu vois. C'est ce logo là. Et au pire, on va se téléporter vite fait. Et dessus, tu pourras synthétiser tout ce que tu veux. Ouais, tout ce que tu veux, tout ce qu'il propose quoi. Pour pouvoir améliorer tes armes, tes personnages, etc. Alors, où est-ce qu'elle est la synthèse ici? Elle est là. Et du coup, oui, voilà. C'est ça que tu voulais dire? Bah, du coup, c'est ici. D'ailleurs, est-ce que je peux faire ma corne? Merci, c'est correct. T'inquiète, gros. Je peux toujours pas synthétiser ma petite... Non, je peux toujours pas. Elle est où? Non, je peux pas. Alors où est-ce que je dois aller maintenant? 143 mètres. Ah oui, il faut que je refasse tout le chemin maintenant. Acheter des fleurs de soie. J'ai l'impression qu'en ce moment il faut tout acheter à livrer, c'est n'importe quoi. L'émission c'est la même chose, acheter, 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 acheter. Mince. Ouais, on va passer par là. Hop, on fracasse la bouche là. Ah, c'est tout en bas qu'il faut aller. Salut toi. Ah bah on se revient, on se revoit une deuxième fois toi.
Hey, boss, do you sell silk flowers here?
Silk flowers? We certainly do. Which kind would you like?
Which kind? The good kind?
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here with your stupid questions.
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to start with, if you don't mind.
My goodness, this gentleman is quite the connoisseur. You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute. Now then, please peruse at your leisure. Do let me know if you have any further thoughts.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat. Nevertheless, these are fine specimens. Just look at the abundant foliage here, and these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike its exuberant cousins, Flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, it has a subtle yet enduring scent. Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to geographical changes over Liyue's history. Most are not grown by horticulturalists.
Wow! A true connoisseur. Most of that was news even to me.
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli, you're way too humble. So, which silk flower did you want anyway?
I'll take them all, boss.
Again?
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on which singer has the most melodious voice. The same logic applies when purchasing a pet bird. But this silk flower purchase is not an analogous case. The same logic does not apply. Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering to a statue of the Seven. Like several other tedious and complicated traditions, this one has become simplified over time. But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the Seven in 3,700 years. As such, I do think we should honor tradition down to the last detail in this case. Now that's settled, a question. Do you have any Mora on you?
You forgot to bring money again?
If I may interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be an offering to the Lord of Geo himself?
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? I heard the awful news about what happened at this year's Rite of Dissension. It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since. I'm worried that everything I've heard is true. Since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord, they're free of charge. Just don't forget to pass on my regards.
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? I would be nobody if not for Rex Lapis. If he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares, they'd only be worth a fraction of what I can sell them for today.
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity making cameo appearances in support of local businesses.
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us when I say that your generosity has saved our skins.
Our skins? You were the one who forgot to bring money.
Please, it's the least I could do.
Alors, le mec il dépense 30 milliards genre pour acheter plein de fleurs et tout qu'on fait il les donne à tous. Et le pire c'est qu'il dit qu'il a de l'argent et qu'il en a pas. Oh bah c'est génial, écoute.
Ideally with the help of an expert. Unfortunately, none of my acquaintances have personal experience in the art of decoction.
Faut que tu dises aux gens au début de tes lives ou rediff de s'abonner. J'y pense pas si en fait.
Talk about first world problems.
Hence, I need you to help by asking.
Bah du coup, puisque t'es là, est-ce que ça te dit de t'abonner, de lâcher un like? Je tente mon coup, hein, on sait jamais. Et de partager si ça te plaît. On va voir si ça marche vraiment. Ah, par contre, c'est bien, j'ai réussi à descendre, mais où est-ce qu'on monte? Je le suis déjà. Ah bah nickel, merci frérot. Alors, faut que je vais où maintenant? Derrière. On va passer par là. Oh, j'ai plus d'endurance encore. Oh, bah il y a un coffre. Va mettre là. Je me dis pas que j'aille au-dessus, si. Faut que j'aille... Ah bah du coup, bah, je vais pouvoir récupérer ma récompense en même temps, tiens. Alors. Niveau 31, du coup, j'ai gagné une plume. Plume de érudit. Ouais.
I stopped.
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a teeny tiny thing.
Wow. Just wow. Do I look like the kind of girl who wears perfume to you? I think...
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on, Lon. What's your secret if not perfume?
Now that you mention it, yes, there is something. What is that scent? Oh, it must be from the Qingxin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot I still had them with me.
Aha! The truth is out. Lon's got a soft spot for wildflowers.
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about perfume, try talking to Qimei.
The fortune teller, right? Paimon remembers she smells pretty good. Thanks, Lon. See you around.
Où est-ce qu'elle est, la King? Ah, c'est le forgeron. Ah non. Salut toi.
Hello. How may I help?
We've come to ask you a question.
Perfume? I rarely think to use it, let alone about how to make it myself. That said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Perhaps that's the cause of this confusion. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia forbid those lusty sailors catch a whiff and come hunting for the source.
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard all day.
Genre la peste est un parfum. Ah ouais.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
Yinger? Oh, as in scent of spring?
Yes, that's her. Many a rich
Bon,
family's
maintenant j'ai
daughter
une
has
parfumée
gotten
à la
her to make
peste, hein, c'est
perfume for
génial.
them.
Apparemment c'est un parfum.
Apparently, her homemade product is better than anything you'll find on the market.
Et ça, Laurent, n'a qu'à bien se tenir.
Great! This is just the intel we need. Finally, we're getting somewhere.
Et maintenant, faut que j'aille où? Faut que je retourne là-bas. Non mais les gars, là vous me faites tourner en rond, vous vous rendez pas compte? Salut toi.
Well, hello. You found me at last. I've been waiting for you.
What? How did you know we were coming?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a sweet-smelling lady. Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like we're bad people?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you don't want word to get around. Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What kind would you like? 3 in one go. My goodness. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Maybe the rumors I heard were true after all. You're on the prowl and need some sweet-smelling ammunition? Is that the best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need 3...
Zhongli was right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
As one of my favorite poems goes, O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the spring, for come winter, even thy sturdiest wood shall wither.
That went over Paimon's head a little.
Comme toujours.
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant. but you'd better make sure I'm the only person on your mind while you're hanging around with me. So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume? Where's that? Mondstadt? We're only making some perfume. There's no need to go to such
Essaye les voix
ridiculous lengths.
en japonais, tu vas voir. Ouais, mais j'ai commencé l'aventure avec les voix anglaises, du coup je continue
Somewhere
avec.
closer to home will do.
C'est
Let's
bizarre
go for
que,
the kitchen at
genre,
Wanmin
tu
Restaurant.
commences en anglais et puis d'un seul coup, tu vois, les gens ils reviennent la semaine prochaine, puis ils voient, oh bah merde, je suis en anglais. Je suis en japonais. Là tu te dis, bizarre ça. C'est le truc que j'aurais dû faire dès le début. Après, mes jeux, j'ai toujours joué avec les voix anglaises, etc. Donc, salut toi.
I've had a word with Chef Mao. We can start work now. Are you ready to please me?
What did you say?
I meant make me proud, as my assistant, obviously. While I'm setting up, you
Mais
can
j'ai
go
vu
and
beaucoup de
fetch
gens
some
jouer avec les
water.
voix japonaises. C'est assez cool, hein, je le dis, hein, c'est assez cool. Mais comme j'ai commencé en anglais, eh ben, du coup, on va faire un truc. C'est que, genre, pour la prochaine, le prochain live que je vais faire, on va mettre les voix en japonais, puis on va voir ce que ça va donner. Si ça va vous perturber ou quelque chose comme ça. Alors, faut que j'aille où là? Derrière? Ouais, c'est là.
This water will do nicely. Now, I need you to extract the silk flower essence using a crafting bench.
Je vais même faire un
Perfume
pense bête.
making uses an altogether different technique
Voilà.
from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully, take hold of the mortar and pestle. Gently does it. You need to keep your wrist firm so your hand doesn't slip.
Voilà.
Now
J'ai
use
fait un
your
pense bête comme ça, j'ai
strong
pensé pour le
hand
prochain
to
coup.
stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out. Ooh, you're a natural, like a fish to water. Now take these and try it out on your own using a nearby crafting bench. Don't forget to do all three.
Try something new at the one
Pas la table de synthèse.
Should I save this day?
Ah bah justement. Fallait qu'on en parle tout à l'heure pour que je suis obligé de le faire. Alors. Pas de bonus, pas de bonus, pas de bonus, pas de bonus, pas de bonus. Dommage. Allez. Oui, oui. Hop là. Là, toujours pas de bonus non plus. Et là. J'ai toujours pas l'ingrédient pour faire ce que je veux. Non, toujours pas. Je regarde bien, non. Et pour faire le petit verre là, non, je peux pas. Bon, bah. On a fait nos synthèses de fleurs, maintenant il fallait lui amener. Tiens, on te ramène tes synthèses.
Wow, this is some exquisite silk flower essence. On to the next stage, the most important one of all. The essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water has boiled off. You must take care to control the heat during this process. If the temperature goes too high, it will affect the scent. So please focus on controlling the heat. This is the final step. Don't waste a drop of that essence now. We want all of it in there. All three perfumes are ready, and you, my friend, were a wonderful assistant. A testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays. Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each scent? It might just help you match the right scent to the right occasion.
Paimon wants to hear this.
This first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. Younger women will love it. The second one is for those with more refined tastes, the first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last light of dusk. Mature women adore this one. All clear? Don't get them mixed up now. You'll ruin the mood. Good. Be sure to come visit if you ever need help with anything, okay? I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go overboard. Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime, okay?
Ok.
Let's take these 3 perfumes over to the Statue of the Seven. Mr. Zhongli's probably been waiting a while.
On doit aller où? Oh bah ça tombe bien en plus, il y a la statue juste à côté. Non, je vais à la statue s'il te plaît. T'as combien de primogèmes? Alors, j'ai fait une invocation tout à l'heure, donc je ne sais pas du tout. Mais je dois être dans les 1200 je crois. Dans les 1200 et il me manque quelques gemmes je crois pour faire une série de 10 invoques. Alors attends, on va voir ça. Comment on voit ça déjà? Ouais, en haut. Ah, bah quoique. Attends, ben, on va faire ça. Voilà. Alors, est-ce que je peux en prendre 10? Non, je peux en prendre que 9. Oh, on va en prendre 9. Hop là. Parce que moi, j'essaie d'avoir Cli. Donc, attends, je vais générer mes persos. Voilà. Bon, bah maintenant, j'en ai plus beaucoup. Enfin, je crois qu'il m'en reste 2 ou 3.
Did we take too long? You were just staring up at the statue.
Oh, you're back. Don't worry, I haven't waited long. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief moment.
Attends, c'est qui Xiao?
Well, how can
Xiao
a person
Ping, okay.
compete with a statue?
That is true. Well, have you brought the perfumes?
Je crois que c'est ça, hein, c'est Xiaoping.
3 sets and not 1 less.
Thank you both.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream, and it's liked by younger ladies. This is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the daughters of high society love it. The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist, and it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies like, right? Does that mean that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
What a shame. We only got to see the giant dragon form, and... Let's hope the Qixing can catch the real killer.
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
So, we finished another step in our preparations. What's next?
Next, I would like the 2 of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
Cleansing bell?
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives near Yujing Terrace.
Sure, but aren't you going to come with us?
Ah, I have certain reasons why I cannot be there in person. Please, do this for me.
Man, Why's he gotta be so secretive this time?
Hop là. Bon, faut que je vais où maintenant? Encore? On va faire que ça à chaque fois. Non, c'est derrière. Alors, il n'y a pas un personnage que je peux développer? Je peux pas toujours pas te level up? Non, il m'en manque 4. Toi, il m'en manque un. Toi, je peux te level up par contre. Toi, ça sert à rien de te level up parce que tu sers pas à grand chose. Allez, on va y arriver là. Hop. Je peux pas te lever toi? T'élever? Non. Mais c'est quoi ça? Voilà. Butin obtenu sur un hypostasio, niveau 30 ou plus. Et toi, t'es nouveau toi? Ouais, et toi, je te montrerai plus tard. Ouais.
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
C'était toi.
All things must change. It's nothing. It's nothing. I just thought it a great shame that so many of these glazed lilies have wilted.
What happened to them?
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies can read human hearts. If they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, they would also bloom joyfully. But if they heard too much wild gossip or slander, they would quickly wither away.
So that means these flowers feel what's happening in Liyue?
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. And still others think that which lies in the deep is breaking free. This harbor is like a mountain of dry tinder. Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Did you have something to say, youngster? Borrow something? Apart from that, I don't have anything of value that you youngsters might want. But it was not originally mine, either. That trinket used to belong to a friend of mine. I was a vain beauty when I was young, and I would pester him for that bell all the time. He could not dissuade me, and so he gave it to me. But he said that if someone should come to borrow it, I must not be loath to give it away. It has been many years, and Who knows how many times someone has come to borrow this bell? Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been a long time since anyone has come to borrow it. Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
What a weird thing to be proud of.
All right, children. There is no need to worry. I didn't place the bell very far away.
Do you live near here, Granny? Whoa, but this is Eugene Terrace. It's gotta be expensive.
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot? My entire household is in here.
How does that work? What? There's no way Paimon would fit in there. And why do you need Paimon to go in anyway? Can't you just lift the lid and look inside?
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this teapot, and you are quite welcome to borrow it.
This Granny's so weird. What does she mean her whole household is in here?
What? Attends, il s'est passé quoi là? On s'est fait aspirer comme un génie dans une lampe. Et là, c'est dans une théière. Ouais, ce jeu il commence à partir en vrille. N'importe quoi. Déjà, le dernier coup, ça partait en vrille, mais alors là. Rip, bah ouais. Où est-ce qu'on a encore atterri nous? Quand on a atterri dans la théière là? Vraiment?
Where are we? What just
Oh, ça me rappelle quelque chose, tiens.
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Laisse-moi passer.
Whoa! That sounds like Granny's
Voilà.
voice. So, this is her teapot?
Y'a rien?
What's going on?
On va aller là.
Oh dear, so many
Oh, vous allez
cobwebs.
mourir.
It seems I really haven't
Salut.
cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help an old lady clean up.
Windblade!
Hop, je te remets un petit.
Dodge this!
Allez, Gooba. Voilà. Non. Pas de coffre, rien.
Oh, I got stomach cramps.
Non, je fais l'impression. S'il y a rien, non, là non plus. Bon, bah, on va avancer. On peut avancer, et ici il y a quoi?
Race you!
Ah, faut que j'aille là. Oh non, pas toi.
Did you notice? The cobwebs were made of elemental energy. How long has it been since Granny last left this place?
Ouais, on va terminer vite fait, toi. Ah bah merde, il est mort. Il était mort, on est d'accord. Oui, il est mort. On l'a fait tomber dans le vide. Faut que j'aille où maintenant? Ah. Ça marche au moins. Ouais, c'est bon, pile poil assez.
You know, with such a special teapot and the cleansing bell, do you think this old granny could also be an adeptus?
Allez. Oh, non, 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 non. Oh bah. J'espère que ça va pas nous faire sortir de la télé. C'est bon. Alors, faire attention à ça. Salut les amis, vous allez tous mourir. Hop, toi t'es mort. Tout le monde est mort. Y'a pas de coffre ici, non? Rien? Non, c'est bon, je peux encore avancer. Non, il y a une étoile. Ouais, on va péter la toile. Voilà. Oh là 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 là, ça devient critique là par contre. Non, toi c'est bon, ne t'en va pas, toi t'es mort. Oh, ne t'en va pas. Non, il m'a gelé, non mais c'est quoi ça? Allez, on va le dépouiller. Oh non, c'est l'œil. Ouais, bah, je suis obligé de faire un truc. Alors, tiens, mange un petit œuf, toi. Et on va te donner. Alors, ça fait quoi ça? Restore 22% de PV et 470 tous les 5 secondes. Faut que je tout ça.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Non, il va me geler. Bon. Pousse, pousse. Oh, mais il y a une araignée là. Arrête de me jeter des trucs, toi. Voilà. Barbara, la tal. Oh là 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 là.
How many levels does this teapot have? It would be nice if we had one of these too.
Ma Barbara elle reste là où elle est. Même si elle est cool hein, comme perso, mais.
Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Barbara, c'est bien pour la jouer avec Noël. C'est la seule bonne compo que j'ai trouvée avec elle. Ensuite, voilà. C'est parti. Ah merde, je pensais que c'était un combat,
you
moi.
found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet.
Et on sort par où?
Oh, now, let me see. How did this opening work again?
Pas de
Oh
coffre,
dear.
rien, non.
All right, that'll do. Come on out now, children.
Ouais, je sais, en allant au niveau des statues, l'arc-en-géo, là. Bah, sinon, on va pouvoir faire des sets... avoir le pouvoir des sets élémentaires, hein, sinon. Non, attends, voici 7 élémentaires, du coup. C'est juste que là, c'est le début, donc t'as 2 élémentaires, mais après, au fur et à mesure, tu vas débloquer d'autres parties de la map. Et tu vas choper les 7 élémentaires. Là, pour l'instant, on est limité qu'à 2, à Géo et à Nemo, avec le perso principal. Mais ça a changé. Bon, on est sorti de la Terre, c'est bien ça.
Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick. The cheesing. Those children stopped letting my friends and I into their council long ago. Still, they've done well recently. We old folks are content to be idle.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Are you really giving us the bell just like that, Granny? Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless Adepti.
En une semaine, je suis arrivé au 24.
But
Ah
no matter
ouais.
what, we
Ah,
have
ça chôme
always
pas, là.
performed the rite of parting first
Mon niveau de
before
chômage
any
dépasse...
other
Bah oui.
matters.
Ah,
To
désolé,
cry,
on n'a rien pu faire.
Catch the murderer at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. That, to me, is now that you have come to borrow the bell. I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own
Taux de chômage qui dépasse
hands.
3 milliards.
So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell? Oh? Well, if it came to that, they would find a certain old lady knocking at their door. We haven't met in a while anyway. It would be nice to share a drink and chat. Well, you must have things to do. Since you have the bell, you should return. Oh, and do tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
We will. Thanks, Granny.
Bon, maintenant faut que je vais... Il faut que je vais où d'ailleurs? Ah, au centre. On va pas faire la même erreur. Hein. Salut man. Je te ramène tout.
Indeed, this is the cleansing bell. It's in good condition. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside. Of course. How would I know that the bell was with her otherwise?
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry. Oh, yes! That old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
T'as un serveur Discord? Ben j'ai Discord, ouais, mais serveur.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine.
So what's the next step in our preparations?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites! Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also play various symbolic roles in Liyue's rituals.
Alors, serveur Discord. Attendez, je regarde sur mon PC 2 secondes. Mais j'ai Discord, c'est sûr, les serveurs. C'est ce qu'on crée, les serveurs, c'est normal ça. Attends, Discord. Discord, il est ici.
I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should probably be to purchase the kites first.
Ouais, j'ai un serveur Discord. Qui est le même pseudo que moi, du coup.
Oh, sure. Curiouser and curiouser.
Je vais le mettre là, du coup. Le serveur Discord. Je peux l'envoyer, s'il te plaît? Hop. Non, c'est pas ici qu'il faut faire. C'est ici. Alors. Qui j'ai fait? Ah, c'est bon. Oh, c'est la dame de tout à l'heure, ça. Ah non, pas du tout.
Ah,
Mais
sir,
ça ressemble tous.
you're here. The 7 kites you asked for have been made to order. Would you like to take them now?
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. In the early days, we used to get orders from people of all walks of life.
Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, so he's probably well versed in all these walks of life. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him. He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less useful topics instead.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy watching the children at play as much as anyone else, but there is more to it than that. Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my ancestors. The meaning of these 7 kites is far from banal.
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of parting. The 7 kites represent the 7.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the Animo Archon. As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter. These patterns are ancient, and you can also find them in the Golden House.
Ah, Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear to the Electro Archon. These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom and the passage of time. Justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame. As does that.
Pour ceux qui veulent me rejoindre sur Discord, j'ai mis le lien.
The compliments of a learned man truly are pleasant.
Well then, Granny Shen, I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
Well, allow me.
Hey, it's Child!
No way. I was just passing through. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor his wallet. He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him. Or perhaps, you could say that he cannot imagine himself lacking money.
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since we've purchased our kites without incident, the rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean. Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
Regarde des touches, lui, tiens. Salut, toi.
Hiring help? Sure. But let me just say first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild. I take adventuring commissions, but I don't do anything clerical.
Adventure? Venturing into the mountains to capture a few crystal flies seems adventurous enough.
That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer. Never mind. I'll only charge you 15,000 Mora. What say you?
A most fair price.
Ah, au pire.
Five geocrystal flies. Yes, I do think it's worth about this much. I'll do it.
Leo's really got a lot.
Alors lui, il est en haut. Tu es là, toi. Tac, toc.
A
Et
full
le
day of
problème,
odd
c'est
jobs
qu'il...
at Eugene Terrace.
Whoa, that's expensive.
Hero of Mondstadt? Never heard of them.
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless. Thus, I will simply pay the whole sum.
Hey, that's a good...
Tic, tac et toc. Oh là là. Ils sont pas défoulés sur les noms par contre.
Oh, help? Sure. I, Tick, always put in 100% effort into everything. So what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing some wooden implements over at...
No problem. That'll be 20,000 mora for a single trip.
Done.
This is all you got? Then no can do. Child? No. How about this? Let's make a trade. Get me a single Chinxin flower, and I'll consider that payment for a detour to find this child.
Guess we've got no choice.
Bon bah... Salut, j'ai dit à la
Have you
fleur.
brought the good? Hey, that's pretty good. With this Chinxin flower, I should...
Alors, faut aller là-bas maintenant. Salut toi.
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never go unrewarded.
Alors ça sert à rien de rendre de l'argent, le problème c'est qu'on a tout dépensé donc.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way! Paimon demands to know when the next payment is coming.
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
What info do you need? Huh. Does that mean you know what he's after? Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you. Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, the finest pharmacy in all of... Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus Mora. Now if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Paimon definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now.
On débloque des succès au fur et à mesure. Du coup ça nous fait des primogèmes en plus. La quête suivante doit être terminée avant d'entrer dans le monde d'un autre joueur. Tu sais, je me disais pourquoi il y avait le logo bizarre en haut. Alors, qu'est-ce qui va se passer?
The reception is deserted. And it seems kinda spooky in here. Hello? Is anybody there?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Huh? Did you hear that? Where did it come from?
The reception, it seems.
How about you go check it out, and Paimon will bring up the rear.
Pourquoi c'est sur moi qui dois aller à côté du comptoir?
But no cure for heartache.
Pardon?
Oh, there you are. But you can't even reach the counter. Joke's on you. Paimon floats, so height is no restriction. Anyway, there's something weird about this one over here. What's the talisman doing on her forehead? It can't be. She's a zombie.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi.
Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now, Chi-Chi is a zombie.
Something like this would be unimaginable in Mondstadt.
Hello, little girl. Do you sell everlasting incense here?
Matière ancienne. À fond.
Excuse me, sir. Did you bring your prescription?
Genre, il faut une
Surely
ordonnance
no
pour
prescription
de
is
l'encens.
needed to purchase everlasting incense. It's not a controlled
Même lui, il le
substance.
dit.
Chi-Chi can get your medicine, but only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are Chi-Chi's orders from Chi-Chi.
I'm afraid that she's probably right. It's to do with her orders. Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie issues her own orders to herself. My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we do hope that you can still help us find some everlasting incense.
Okay then.
How did you manage that?
But Chi-Chi helps you. You help Chi-Chi. Only
Since when do customers need to do favors for customer service staff?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way everybody wins.
go to Mount Tianheng, find the Guizhong Ballista, and hunt a cocoa goat. Please and thank you.
Guizhong Ballista. It's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Tianheng by an adeptus in the distant past. An early mechanical device. Located in Tianheng Pass, it was designed to automatically fire at large monsters, protecting Liyue from external threats.
Mr. Zhang Li really knows Liyue inside out.
Apparently not quite. This is the first I have ever heard of the cocoa goat.
The cocoa goat is a legendary animal, an adeptabeast.
Did you want to add anything else, or...?
No, just that the cocoa goat is a legendary animal. What it looks like, don't know. Where to find it, don't know either. Where it came from, also don't know.
Very well then. Let's start by investigating near the Guizhong Ballista. Perhaps we will find some clues.
What the heck is a cocoa goat?
Oh là 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 là. Qu'est-ce qu'il faut pas faire? Au début, on était en train de faire des rituels et maintenant on va devoir chasser une chèvre imaginaire. Non mais... Quand je vous dis que cette histoire n'a pas vraiment en sucette, c'est pas une blague. Le dernier coup, on a vu des dieux et des dieux, c'est des animaux. Alors maintenant... Oh, c'est une arbalète quoi. Oh, j'ai raté mon atterrissage. Elle est cassée la balise. Hein.
It's huge! Paimon can totally believe it took an adeptus to build this. But how do you operate this thing? Just think how much strength you would need.
Surtout qu'il est cassé.
It is currently inoperable in any case. This device is broken.
Aw, what? It broke?
After millennia of wear and tear, even Adepti contraptions are difficult to maintain.
So what are we gonna do? Quick, Mr. Zhongli, use your unlimited high society knowledge powers!
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois parasite whose only utility lies in providing That said, let me think for a moment. As I recall, there is a military supply post from that period somewhere inside the pass. If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored, we may be able to repair the Guizhong ballista. One just needs to understand the basic working principles of the device.
So, what you're saying is that you actually understand the working principles?
I have a smattering of knowledge on the topic. With the parts in hand, I could at least tinker with it.
Bon, je suppose qu'on va devoir chercher des matériaux. Ils sont juste là.
Where is that supply post?
Bah, elle est ici.
Here, post.
Elle est ici. Pour rentrer, par contre, comment? On va monter là en haut, on va voir ce qu'il y a. Oh, déjà il y a un coffre. Je sais pas ce que je cherchais. Ah, peut-être par là? Ah bah oui! Attends, tu permets? Moi je voudrais casser le coffre. Hop. Y'a rien d'autre? S'il y en a. Ouais, il y a 4 coffres. C'est des petits coffres en bois, mais c'est bien mieux que rien. Il reste plus que toi. Hop, hop. Donc maintenant on peut récupérer les matériaux. Et à côté il y a une mission aussi. Ça je l'ai vu. Hop.
Ah, these parts look useful. One moment. I will try to repair the device. It is done. The Guizhong ballista is more intricately designed than I thought.
Ooh! Now how do we turn it on?
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look, it even has a scope.
Ouais.
Over here we have nothing. And over there, more nothing.
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing? So you fixed up this turret because you're planning to do what, exactly?
Not a turret. A Guizhong ballista. Also, kindly state your name before you ask a question. It's just...
Are you blind or something? You're looking at the leader of the treasure hoarders. Oh, this area's supposed to be chock full of hidden treasures. But you can't get anywhere near them with this thing keeping watch. Last time we approached the mountain, it nearly skewered one of our guys. A few of us risked our lives to disarm it, which amazingly we managed. And the next thing you'll be repairing...
Tut tut. Vandalizing the legacy of an Adeptus for selfish gain. It is not we who need reprimanding.
Alors je sens qu'on va jouer ce perso là. Ouais, non même pas. Hop. Ah, les deux là-bas ils sont malmenés. Tu veux toi? Ah, il tombe. Oh, c'est parfait qu'il tombe à ce moment-là. À ce moment-là. Givré. Quoi, il est toujours pas mort lui? Où est-ce qu'il est? Et toi, tu vas te faire fracasser. Encore? Oh, il y a un coq là. Attends. Encore des trucs. Bon. Ah non, mais lui, il va dans le mur. Hop, toi t'es fini, toi aussi. Donc déjà, hop, un petit coffre en plus. Bon, maintenant, il faut que je remonte tout. Oh, ça va être embêtant, ça. Allez. Allez. Allez, c'est bon. Salut, toi. Oh non, c'est bon. Bon. Reste là où t'es, c'est bien, tu arriveras à remonter un moment. Les autres sont en haut. Ouais, t'as vu, on est des tests sujets. C'est pour ça que vous allez mourir, quoi. On est tranquille. Yo. Qui ça escalade mieux les montagnes? Ah bah ça j'étais pas au courant. Bah voilà, j'en apprends des choses maintenant. Je savais pas qu'ils avaient pu monter. Vraiment? Ah tout de suite. Là par contre, non! J'ai échappé belle là. Ah, il tombe. Voilà. Au niveau du son. Au niveau du son. Il y a un problème avec le son? Oh, j'ai pas réussi à remonter la montagne, tiens. Alors. Lisa, quand elle fait de l'escalade, bah le son est pas malin. Ah oui. C'est pour ça qu'elle fait mieux de l'escalade aussi. Moi je comprends. Je comprends. Ah, je suis mort. Alors, par contre... Non, je suis en train de redescendre. Ils sont pas encore morts? Non, t'es encore là, toi? Et... Ah non, mais non, je l'ai fait tomber. Oh, ça va, il est pas tombé très bas. S'il te plaît, ne me tue pas. Bah alors tu dis plus rien, toi t'es mort? Tu peux rentrer dedans? Oh mais qu'est-ce que tu fais là toi? Non 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 non, toi je te connais pas, allez. Bon on va vous débarrasser de vous, hop voilà. Oui. Toi va avec le coup bas. Hop. Je tape dans le vide. Eh ben enfin.
These lowlifes didn't know who they were messing with.
Troubling ourselves over this rabble is not worth the time.
Oh yeah, that!
A search using the Guizhong ballista revealed what's more. A contraption built using Adeptus technology should have no trouble detecting an Adeptabeast, as Chi-Chi put it.
Which means... Paimon wouldn't go that far. We did something positive, right?
We won't solve anything while standing here and racking our brains. Let's return to Boo Boo Pharmacy. Explain that we could not find a Coco Goat, and review our next step.
Good idea. We did our best, and that's what counts.
On est venu ici pour réparer une balise, pour pouvoir chasser une chèvre imaginaire, et tout qu'on fait, la chèvre, ben, comme elle est imaginaire, on n'a pas pu la chasser, on s'est fait défoncer. Décidément, rien qui va. Il est parti où lui? Ah il est là. Toi tombe. Il est mort? Non c'est pas sûr. Non il est pas mort. Toi meurs. Eh il est pas mort lui non plus. Bon on va lâcher lui. Hop là, lui c'est activé. Il y en a des autres que je les retrouve. Il y en a ici. Hop, toi t'es mort, c'est sûr, certain. Oh, il y a un truc là. Il y a un coffre en plus. Hop là. Où est le dernier? Oh, pourquoi je peux pas monter? Oh là là, des fois c'est le jeu, hein. Je peux pas monter à des endroits alors que à d'autres je peux faire monter, c'est n'importe quoi. Voilà, c'est bon on est remonté. crois que le dernier il est tout en bas. Ah, il est là. Oula, 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 là. Ah, je suis tendu en embuscade là, c'est pas normal. Bah, c'est parce que je me suis encore fait... Ils sont tous partout. Hop, restez là, vous. Ah là là, on s'en est pas plutôt bien sorti. Non, c'est bien sorti, ça va. Ça va. Putain, plein de coffres. Ouais, il y a encore le coffre qui est tout en haut aussi. Donc, je vais le chercher. Monter par là. Hein? Coffre délicat, mais il est où? Ah, j'ai vraiment ouvert un coffre, mais il est où? Ah, il était là. Bah, je l'ai même pas vu, tu vois. Alors... Je voudrais la carte, s'il te plaît. En même temps, on va visiter le gars qui demande une mission ici. Ah oui, il est tout en haut aussi. Ah ouais, j'ai la flemme d'être tout en haut. Ah ouais, mais j'ai rien demandé. Hop, on va partir de là, puis on va se diriger vers la mission. Là, ça me fume quand même. Il se dit quand même fait une escalade, bah, le son il est pas mal. Peut-être en voix japonaise, ça je sais pas. Oh, où est-ce que je dois aller? Non, 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 fallait pas que je tombe. Ça, on a pu se rattraper. Ouais, celle qui ressemble à un zombie là. Salut toi.
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract. We found no trace of the Coco Goat Adeptibeast of which you speak.
What a disappointment. Don't worry about it.
Aw, poor Chi-Chi. Why does Paimon feel so guilty all of a sudden?
Cocoa goat milk is tasty. So tasty. Much better than normal goat milk. Only an Adeptibeast could make such tasty milk. I'm sorry. I have a poor memory. I cannot remember the name of the milk. Ah, here. This is the name.
Huh?
Oh putain. Oh, j'ai envie de les triper.
I owe you both an apology. I hastily agreed to what appeared to be an equitable agreement with this zombie child.
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know. As the Liyue proverb goes, all things are random and,
Excuse me, everyone. Did you...
Oh. Sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the job of shattering this poor kiddo's world to you.
No.
Seems Chi-Chi took this pretty hard.
Someone learnt a valuable life lesson today, then. Thank you all for looking after my little Chi-Chi.
Might I ask who?
Ah, how rude of me. I'm Baiju, boss of the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. Turns out it's some wacko who wears medicinal ingredients around his neck. What a sorry state of affairs. This little mascot is even more of a simpleton than Chi-Chi. Ah! The medicine... the snake is speaking! I prefer to stay silent, but faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escapee from the medicine cabinet, for I am a living, breathing serpent!
Don't mind Chung Sheng. She's a good girl, really. As for you three,
Do you sell everlasting incense in this fine establishment?
Everlasting incense? Why, of course we do.
Whew, alas, things are finally starting to come together.
3 million more. Top quality. Guaranteed.
Voilà, là, là, là.
You might as well just rob the Golden House! Oh, but the Cheesing have taken it over for now. Security will be tighter than usual.
3 million. An innocuous number in and of itself, though practically speaking, it could be a hard sum to come by.
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to make that much more. And as for Mr. Zhongli, he's around 3 million short.
This is correct.
Et ça fait Zumba café au carnaval. Et je vais pas dire la suite parce que j'ai la flemme.
What are we gonna do? Is this the part where we go crawling back to child?
C'est vraiment en guirlandais. Hein.
Coco Goat! Coco Goat! My sides hurt. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe you fell for that.
Hey, less laughter, more sympathy.
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best laugh I've had in a long time. In return, I'm more than happy to sort out this mess you've managed to get yourselves into. Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. I'm Child, one of the Fatui Harbingers. Forgive my audacity, but I see a great many opportunities for us to collaborate in the future.
2h13 de live.
If
Je savais pas que ça allait durer si
needed a
longtemps.
stable supply of, say, coconut milk, the Fatui...
Strange. I knew the Fatui infiltrated businesses with seductive deals, but so much fuss over coconut milk?
Coconut milk. Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi wants coconut milk.
Ah, yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, child. I look forward to a successful collaboration in the future. I can give you a discount on that everlasting...
That's like 0 difference from 3 million!
2,990,000. Also an innocuous number in and of itself, though practically speaking, it is a whole 10,000 less than the original sum of 3 million.
Je suis en train de tout casser chez moi.
Well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
That lot is an absolute riot. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I laughed so hard. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope? What have I missed?
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of the Qixing taking the Golden House.
Well, well, well. Ningguang and her Qixing cronies. What else would they be hiding in the Golden House, if not the Exuvia? I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the old Liu saying goes, the walls have ears.
Oui, ça sent encore mal cette histoire. Heureusement que j'ai pas pris à droite. À gauche, pardon. Salut toi.
Well, as it stands, we've hired helpers, and we've acquired the everlasting incense. The completion of our preparations is not far off.
Il faut encore quelque chose?
Finally!
Well, traveler, have you gained anything from our adventure so far? Odd. Which is it, I wonder? The questions that such travels raise are ever so... To treat you to a meal. Oh, yes, don't worry. I will... Tonight, I shall take you both to an old hole in the wall, praised throughout Lille.
Hole in the wall? As in a cool restaurant?
Indeed. Let us meet near the harbor, at third round knockout.
Alors. Là, il va être... Entre 18h et 23h, j'ai vu, je crois. On va mettre là. Comme ça, on prend un peu les succès qu'on a chopés. Eh ben. Pour débloquer ça, il me reste plus que 4 trucs. Jeu au pirate. Et puis c'est bon. Ici, non, rien. Ici, rien. Non, rien de nouveau. Maintenant, faut que j'attende 18h. Comme ça, on explore un peu la ville. Parce que moi, spécialement, je la connais pas par cœur cette ville. Moi, j'ai toujours à mon stade. Ah, bon bah. Prochaine fois. Hop là.
Listen. Ah, you're here. There's no need to order. I've already done so. Third round knockout is not for lightweights, like those taverns in Mondstadt. Here, the owner does not take such unorthodox orders as fruit juice. I ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice balls for you, if that counts.
If it is to your liking, dear customers, I shall continue the tale of Lady Ningguang's Jade Chamber.
Hey, there's even a storyteller here! Great atmosphere!
Besides fine wine, the excellent ambiance is the reason why this place is so well loved. But when I say ambiance, I refer to a different sort from the one the Tevat travel guide uses to judge other establishments.
As you all know, high above the land of Liyue lies a pavilion in the clouds, a palace in the mist. What does it mean to have all-seeing eyes? This, my friends, Lady Ningguang's masterwork that bridges earth and sky. Imagine, the weather is clear, and you gaze down from the deck on the world below. Behold! The glorious sights of Liyue Harbor, stretching out far and wide.
Oula.
They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her Jade Chamber with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow. Why brings she these trusted 3? To sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information. Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it.
J'ai absolument rien compris.
These are but scraps of paper, and yet they guide Lady Ningguang's hand. Such is their value. Merely grasping one or two of them will surely gift you a fragment of her wisdom.
Tianquan Ningguang. Feels like we're hearing this name a lot. Liyue locals talk about her. The Fatui hate her. She's most likely the one who hid the Exuvia, and we saw her at the Rite of Dissension. Huh. Paimon wonders what sort of person she is.
At last I have found you. You who returned from Jueyun Karst.
Who's there?
Wait, I am not with the Millelith, nor am I here to claim your bounty. However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Qixing. My name is Ganyu, secretary at the Yuehai Pavilion, and I have come specifically to meet you. Well, in concrete terms, I am the corporate secretary for the Qixing. At the moment, I am serving as Lady Ningguang's special emissary.
Ningguang sent you? We were literally just talking about her.
My apologies, you who have returned from Jueyun Karst. I am duty-bound and cannot extend my courtesy to you in full. But I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She extends a formal invitation to you in her capacity as Tianquan. She invites you to her palace in the sky.
An official invitation?
Lady Ningguang said this. Invite her to come here. I wish to meet her. At the Jade Chamber, together we shall snip every one of these entwining dark threads.
Ouais.
And with that, the emissary who called herself Ganyu just disappeared. But we've received an invitation from the Liyue Qixing. Paimon still can't believe it. We'll be meeting people that have way more money than Paimon could ever count. We should be on our best manners.
An invitation to visit the Jade Chamber is a rare honor indeed. You'd best be on your way now. But don't forget about the rite of parting. Once you've finished at the Jade Chamber, meet me at Dihua Marsh.
Don't worry, we won't forget. Dihua Marsh. We'll see you there.
To our success.
Souvenir cristal mobile. Ah, ça veut dire qu'on a terminé là? Ah oui, il n'y a plus de quête de monde. Il n'y a plus de quête du coup. Voilà. Alors, je suppose que maintenant pour choper une quête, il faut qu'on monte au niveau d'aventure et puis qu'on débloque à partir de ça. Niveau 32 requis. Ouais. Et je peux pas le débloquer. Et ça non plus, et ça non plus, et ça non plus. Mince. Donc attends, ça veut dire que là, il n'y a plus de mission pour l'instant? D'accord, bon bah en fait, on a terminé. On a terminé. Quoique. Pas encore parler avec toi ou pas?
Ningguang, I wonder where we will find them.
Non, on peut toujours pas parler avec toi. Vas-y, on peut parler avec toi. Mais... Bon bah on a terminé du coup, je suppose, oui. T'as rien à me donner. Président branché de l'X. Ouais, du coup, on a tout terminé. Bah, du coup, on va se laisser là-dessus. Hein. Si ça vous a plu, ben, vous mettez un like. Je vais faire comme tu m'as dit tout à l'heure. Hein. Alors, si ça vous a plu, vous pouvez mettre un like, partager et vous abonner, ce serait super cool. Et on se retrouve la prochaine fois s'il y a une mission qui devient intéressante. Ben, je referai un live pour vous la montrer. Allez, à la prochaine, les amis.